Hey YouTube, cjthejewel here. Welcome back to my channel. Guess who's back again. Okay, forget all that. I just hopped on here real quick to give you guys a story time, okay? I was just talking to one of my friends and we were talking about taxes and everything, and he was just saying how, people just are so stuck on money. And I was like, well, people love their money. They'll kill for it, they'll steal for it. And then because my mind always go off, my mind always go off. That made me think about, I never stole any money from anybody before, but I did steal some stickers from my teacher in I think the third grade, I think. Third grade was a bad year for me. But I also stole my uncle's Playboy magazines. I don't know if I can say Playboy. Can I say that on YouTube? Oh gosh. I also stole his dirty magazines, the dirty magazine, yeah. And I took them to school with me, okay? Now I was in the third grade. So I'm gonna tell you guys, it's gonna be short. It's not a long story. But I used to be very curious about things. I'm still very curious. My son is the same way. And it can be overwhelming sometimes, but I always try to, I always be looking and stuff and things like that. And one day I caught my uncle reading reading this magazine. And the magazine had some promiscuous pictures on the front of it. And he closed it, and I saw him sliding under his bed real fast. And he made me, I guess I said whatever I said, and then I ended up leaving. Well, let me tell you, homeboy, homegirl. A couple days later, early in the morning, okay, at about 6 a.m., I don't know where he was. And I'm sorry about the light, y'all. Until I get like some real lighting, I'm just using the sunlight, honey, because ain't no light like sunlight, okay? So anyway, I go in his room about 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't know where he is. Don't know. Don't care. But I slide my little butt up under his mattress, and I get about 6 or 7 magazines. Now, mind you, the way my house was, you had to go from my bedroom through the den, family room, then through the living room, which my grandmother slept in because she was sick and she just always stayed in the living room, and then into his bedroom, okay? So I had to sneak past all these people, and my grandmother was a beast, okay? And I was very afraid of her, but I was on a mission. I wanted to know what this was all about, okay? And why he slid it under that bed like that so fast, because, knowing me, I probably said, "What was that, Uncle?" And he probably said, "Oh, don't you worry about that, baby girl." And then I decided, okay. So I came back on a mission. I snuck past my grandma and I tiptoed in his room. I was so scared, y'all. I remember I was so scared. But I got those magazines and I stuck them in my book bag, okay? So the bus comes, I get on the bus, and while I'm on the bus, I have the grand idea to share these magazines with my friends, okay? So I start taking the magazines out of my y'all. Gosh, I was bad. I don't like to call kids bad, but that was a bad move that I made. But anyway, I started passing the magazines out to my friends, just ruining their lives, just ruining their innocence, just messing up the plan that their parents had for them in their ignorance. And I showed them those magazines, okay? So after I showed the magazines, I'm not sure if I let them stay out. I think I let people keep them and float around. Eventually, though, we were called to the office, okay? There were different people called to the office who had some of the magazines. Oh, and I forgot to mention, while riding the bus, I had a friend, and I'm not going to say her name, but I'll call her LB. I had a friend named LB, and she was a Caucasian lady, young lady. And she had a type of family that would check her book bag and stuff every day when she got home from school. I did not. So when I asked her if she wanted to keep one of the magazines, she said no because her parents check her book bag every day and she didn't want to keep it. Okay, now back to the future. Okay. Now we get called into the office and they're asking us all these questions about whose magazines are they, where did they come from, and they asked me. Now You gotta listen. I've learned to forgive myself, so you gotta learn to forgive me too. Because if not, that's not my problem anymore. Okay. But I told them LB was the one that brought the magazine. Okay. So after doing that, it called a whole bunch. Forgive me, Lord. I'm sorry. I am really sorry. I am. I'm a different person now. I wouldn't have done that. But anyway, so the next day, our parents have to come to the school, okay? So when our parents come to the school, her parents are asking, was she telling the truth? Did she get the magazines from the neighbor? And that made me kind of think to myself, what kind of neighbors y'all got? Y'all gonna automatically think that the man gave her some dirty magazines? But anyway, she said, did you get them from the neighbor? Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, no, she got them from me. Okay? Now, I'm mad because she getting me in trouble. And you know black people stay in survival mode with no survival skills. Okay? But anyway, I'm like, I got to do some damage control. So I started crying. Okay? I started crying. And I said, she's lying. She did tell me she got them from the neighbor. But she didn't want to keep them. She wanted me to keep them because y'all check her book bag when she gets home every day. Can you believe they believe me? They believe me, y'all. My mama believed me. I don't know if she really believed me because my mom is ride or die. But she said she believed me. My grandma, she wasn't buying it, okay? I tell you, she was a beast. She was not buying it. She said I was a liar and a thief and the truth won't in me, okay? So eventually, I think she got suspended for a few days. I think we both, I don't know. I don't remember. But when I got home, though, I still got a whooping. My grandma lit my behind slam up, okay? Because I lived with my grandma. And she was not trying to hear that. She knew better. Plus, my uncle's magazines were gone. Duh. So I don't know what my mom was thinking. But, shout out to her for riding for me, okay? But, yeah, so that's the story time of the time I stole my uncle's dirty magazines and took them to school and passed them out to all my friends in the 3rd grade. I don't know if I see people title their videos a certain way when it's like a trigger word or like an offensive word. So I don't know what I'm going to title this video yet, but hopefully I can maybe use some of these symbols or something on here to title it. But anyway, be sure to like, subscribe, leave me a comment once you get to the end of the video, and I love y'all from the inside out. Hey, I love you from the inside out. Hey, I love you from the inside out. Hey, I love you from the inside out. And I'm out.